name's Mr. Barr. This IXL deals with solving advanced linear equations. So let's solve some equations here. So our first one is 0 equals -2 quantity f plus 5. So I'm going to start with some distribution. That's going to give me 0 equals -2f minus 10. I'm going to add 10 to both sides. 10 equals -2f. And then I'll divide both sides by -2. That's going to give me -5. Super. All right. This one, hey, instead of just writing the problem down, I'm going to start right away with the distribution step. So I'm going to distribute that 2. That's going to take me to 2s minus 18 equals 12. And now it's a two-step equation, so let's add 18 to both sides. So 2s equals 30, and divide both sides by 2, so s equals 15. Perfect. This one, I need to start by combining like terms, so I have 3s plus 3s. That's going to give me 6s equals 18. Dividing both sides by 6, so s equals 3. This one looks like it's going to start with some combining of like terms. So I have 19w minus 20w, same sign, add and keep. Different signs, subtract. So subtract the numbers, that gives me a 1. Keep the sign of the bigger number, so it's a -1w minus 6 equals -13. Adding 6 to both sides, so -1w equals -7. Dividing both sides by -1. W equals 7. Why? Because a negative divided by a negative is a positive, so I have a positive 7. Terrific. 10c minus 12c, that's going to be -2c equals 18. And then dividing both sides by -2. C equals -9. A positive divided by a negative is a negative, so -9. Wonderful. Let's see, this one starts off, I have 2p plus 6p, so I'm going to start with 8p. 8p plus 1 equals 17, subtracting 1 from both sides, so 8p equals 16, dividing both sides by 8, p equals 2. You can't see that. A positive divided by a positive is a positive 2. Terrific. Let's go with, oh, look at that. I'm going to write the whole problem down. Something exciting. -2u minus -15u equals 13. So anytime I have two negatives in a row like this, in my class I call it a boom, boom. Your other teachers probably have other names for it. So ready? Boom, boom. It turns into a big positive. The reason for that I'll probably explain in class. It's the idea of this. It's the idea of a negative. So if I have -8, you can read this as a minus. You can read it as negative. You can read it as opposite. Those are all words you can use to describe this mathematical symbol. Minus, negative, opposite. So, right? Because if this is 8, this makes it the opposite of 8, -8. Got it? But look at this. What is the opposite of a negative? The opposite of a negative is a positive. That's why it becomes a positive. Okay, but I went down a little rabbit trail there. So I have 2u, -2u plus 15u, same sign, add and keep, different signs, subtract. Subtract the numbers. 15 minus 2 is 13, but it's a -13, so I have -13u equals 13. Divide both sides by -13. U equals -1. Sorry, incorrect. I lost it. Where did I lose it? How did I lose this? I lost it. I lost it right here, didn't I? This is 15 minus 2, which is a positive 13, which is a positive 13, which is a positive 13, which makes it a positive 1. Have we done the growth mindset thing yet in class? If we have, you recognize that making mistakes is okay as long as you kind of keep working through it and modify and correct yourself. Making a mistake and then go like, oh, I quit, done, I'm out of here, Mr. Barr. That's not acceptable. That's not growth mindset. Yeah, I make mistakes. I make so many mistakes. But for the most part, I'm pretty awesome here, right? Okay. Oh, that dropped me down. I got it. Okay, I see another boom boom though, so I'm going to go negative 5b minus negative 6b plus negative 18 equals negative. This is a good problem. Okay, so right there is the boom boom. Don't trip out here. Plus a negative 18 is just like minus 18. It's the same thing as the opposite of 18. It's all the same. So don't freak out that it's a plus minus. Nothing happens. So I have 6 bears minus 3 bears. That's going to give me 1b. So I have 1b minus 18 equals negative 8. Oh, look, I dropped off the plus. Yes, I dropped off the plus because it's not doing anything. Now I'm going to add 18 to both sides. So b equals 10. Hopefully that's correct. Good work. Okay, so I just took myself to a 50. It's not too bad. Oh, this is a good problem too. 2 equals 9 minus b. All right, so I'm going to subtract 9 from both sides. That gives me a negative 8 equals negative b. When I just have a variable with a negative in front of it, I can think of that as a negative 1. What I'm really going to do right now is divide both sides by negative 1. That's going to give me an 8. So b equals 8. Or think about this. If negative b equals negative 8, then positive b equals positive 8. What? Where am I losing this? Oh my goodness. Keep going, Bar, keep going. What did I do? Do you see my error? 2 minus 9 is not 8. 2 minus 9 is 7. Negative, that's, okay. Keep going. Don't give up. Got it. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to give up. If you're doing homework, you're probably having to do 20 minutes of this and at least get it to a 50. So I better get myself up to a 50 before I run out of time. 18 minus 4t, that's going to be 4t. So 4t equals 16. Dividing both sides by 4. T equals 4. Is that right? Good, fantastic. Ooh, 50, okay. Negative 19 kangaroos plus 4 kangaroos minus 4 equals 11. Different sign subtract, so it's going to be negative 15. Kangaroos minus 4 equals 11. Adding 4 to both sides. Negative 15 kangaroos equals 15. Dividing both sides by negative 15. Kangaroos equals negative 1. Okay, so we have some distribution in here. I'm just going to do the distribution. So negative 2d, negative times a negative, so plus 20 equals negative 18. Subtracting 20 from both sides. Negative 2d equals negative 38. Dividing both sides by negative 2. Negative 2d equals, what's that, 17? 19 would be even better. Checking my signs, 19. Got to stay above a 50, right? Well done. All right, 15 umbrellas minus 14 umbrellas gives me 1 umbrella. So u plus 3 equals 9. Subtracting 3 from both sides, u equals 6. Okay, so we're going to be combining the t's here. So I have 6t minus 20t. That's negative 14t minus 16 equals 12. Adding 16 to both sides. So negative 14t equals 28. Dividing both sides by negative 14. t equals negative 2. Distribution, so 2r minus 12 equals 6, adding 12 to both sides. 2r equals 18, dividing both sides by 2, r equals 9. Okay, oh, interesting. So I have s minus negative 3 over 3 equals 4. I'm going to start with a boom, 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 boom. I'm going to put this guy in parentheses. Remember, that's an s, not a 5. Be careful. Multiplying by 3. So now I have s plus 3 equals 12. Subtracting 3 from both sides, s equals 9. Let's see if we get something different up at 80. See the boom boom? 3s plus 10s, so it's going to be 13s equals 13. So s is going to be 1. Once again, be careful with s's because they look like 5s. 2 minus f, I already had a problem like this, equals 5. So I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides, so that's negative f equals 3. Ready? This is just like a negative 1. This is negative 1 times f. So I'm going to divide both sides by negative 1, and that's going to give me f equals negative 3. Anything at 80? Okay, 80 gets a little bit more challenging. This will be my last one for this example video. So I have 15b minus 12b plus 13b equals negative 16. So 15 minus 12, that's 3b plus 13b equals negative 16. So 16b equals negative 16, dividing both sides by 16, by a positive 16. So b equals negative 1. All right, you're going to keep going with this and do the full homework assignment. Thank you for watching. Hopefully this helps. Have a good day.